This video covers the dynamic measuring system switching logic and implementation strategy for SINUMERIK axes X, Z, and V. Our goal is to temporarily bypass direct scales to reveal mechanical backlash using motor encoders. Comparing linear scale active, scenario A, and motor encoder active, scenario B, shows how direct measuring systems mask geometry issues by compensating for mechanical error. Indirect systems are essential for Ballbar tests, as they reveal the drivetrain's true mechanical condition. The control interface uses DB31 bits to request the measuring system. DBX1.5 requests System 1, the motor or indirect system. DBX1.6 requests System 2, the scale or direct system. These bits are critical for diagnostics, precision machining, and maintenance. The axis mapping strategy assigns physical axes to specific data blocks. Axis X maps to DB31, axis Z to DB32, and axis V to DB33. This standard configuration should be verified via MD304XX. The switching logic flow starts with a user input, such as a Ballbar mode request. The system checks if the axis is stationary, then performs the action to set the motor or reset the scale. Finally, it verifies the active status. To activate the motor encoder for axis X, DB31, set DB31, DBX1.5, and reset DB31, DBX1.6. To activate the linear scale, reset DB31, DBX1.5, and set DB31, DBX1.6. Always verify the switchover status before any movement. Implementation for axis Z, DB32, and V DB33 follows the same logic structure as axis X. The only difference is the data block prefix, using DB32 for Z and DB33 for V. A critical safety constraint is the tolerance trap. Maryland 36500 defines the maximum allowed difference between encoder positions for a switchover. If exceeded, the NC rejects the switch with an alarm. Referencing the axis or using parking logic is the recommended remedy. A key rule for referencing status and integrity is that every position measuring system must be referenced separately. Switching to System 1 for the first time usually requires a G74 referencing cycle before the Ballbar test. The Ballbar diagnostic workflow involves 6 steps. First, stop the axis. Second, toggle to activate System 1. Third, verify the active status and referencing. Fourth, execute the test. Fifth, analyze the results. Sixth, revert to System 2. For troubleshooting, if alarm 25,100 occurs, check mechanical wear or increase the tolerance temporarily. Axis jumps on switch may require adjusting the blending time constant. If logic is active but no switch occurs, check if the drive is ready. In summary, the implementation involves mapping axes to data blocks, controlling PLC signals for selection and status, and setting crucial machine data like the switchover tolerance.